on some real stuff right now. It just got serious. Nigga, it just got real. It just got real.
Oh, shit, I dropped my name.
Okay, so maybe it did. But what's up, y'all? I'm pretty sure you know who I am. You might not know who that is, but you know somebody.
I didn't know who you was the other day. She said, my name's Janelle, and she don't know.
Y'all gonna see that later on in another previous video, or maybe at the end of this video. But yeah. So I'm Tay, and this is my good pal. Really?
Sorry, I just started texting and talking to the people because the people are important. So, hello world. Taylor, wake up. There's people to talk to.
Hello. Alright, so
Hello.
So yesterday we were on the phone. Alright, like seriously, y'all, seriously. Yesterday we were on the phone. And we were basically talking about like all the, not problems, but shit that comes up when you're in college or whatever. So, Janelle, you want to tell them?
No! You're not going to confiscate it.
So, Janelle's going to basically tell you guys.
Sorry, I heard something.
She's going to tell y'all more about what we're going to talk to y'all about. And we're not just going to talk to you guys, but we want you guys' feedback. So, don't be afraid to comment and subscribe.
Crooked. I shit was like this. So anyway,
yeah.
What we want to talk about is me and Taylor were having a serious conversation the other day about college and where we're at personally in our journeys of college. So basically, we were talking about. Excuse me. We were talking about.
We were talking about like some of the basically the thoughts and some of the issues that you face when you're in college.
Yes, at this point in college, in the beginning stages, it's like a period of time between the end of freshman year to the end of sophomore year, which is where we are now. And it's like you just start questioning your education, you start questioning your major, you start questioning your career, and we called it basically like this point where you're in limbo, like you don't know what it is, you know, you're not sure all of a sudden about what your major is, if that's what you want to do, or what's worth putting into college with the perception of what you're going to get out. Like, everyone, at least most everybody nowadays is going to college to get a degree to be competitive in the work world, not necessarily because it's something they're extremely passionate about. It's to get more money at the end of the day. My question was, why we put in so much money into our institutions, into our schools, and when we get out, we're supposedly ready for the business world and ready to compete in the business world, but then we have student loans to pay off that are probably more than our tuition altogether to pay back. So we're not really making the money that we spent all this time and money putting into to get back right away, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I was just questioning, like, how much of it is actually real. Like, I have a cultural studies class now this semester that's basically, the way he teaches it is basically to make us question everything. Like, his main question for everything is how much of it is propaganda, how much of it is real, how much of it is a sale. Because America is good for sales, for selling people stuff.
Yeah.
So I was just questioning, you know, how much of my education is propaganda, and as an artist, is it really beneficial for me to go for a bachelor's to be competitive in the work world when, as an artist, I most likely won't be working for anybody but myself?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, personal experience, you know, Janelle's an artist, or, you know, drawing and design and graphic design and stuff like that. I don't know what I am right now, really.
Theater major.
Yeah, I'm a theater major.
So technically you're still an art student, but you might actually be looking for a job.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I don't know. When you're an art student, I am majoring in theater so that I can become a special makeup effects artist, special effects artist, whatever. But from personal experience, there's so much stuff that I want to do that I feel like, at times I feel like I don't have enough time, honestly. I feel like sometimes, you know, I want to do so much stuff that I'm going to run out of time or whatever. And the one thing that we both can agree on is that we don't want to be in careers that get boring.
Or want to have regrets. We've been raised and been around people that have just been regretful or made it to confine their creativity or confine their personalities for a job because they have to sacrifice for something like kids or something that may come up as an everyday issue.
Yeah.
I never want to be that person. Be like, I regret doing this. I regret doing that.
And I can personally say, like, I like, you know, going to school and being able to learn new things. But at the same time, of course, if you are in college, you know what we're talking about when we say that they map out a track for you of classes to basically prepare you for theater. For example, there's when you look online and you see which track of degree you want, biology, chemistry, theater, art, design, whatever, it's always a list of classes that you have to take to map out basically that degree of subject. It's a map of class that you have to take. But I feel as though at the end of the day, it doesn't really help. Because even though it's going to teach me theater and stage makeup and everything like that, at the end of the day, I still have to get out here and still at some point teach myself at the same time. School prepares you to a certain degree, I think. As far as education-wise, yeah. You know, you're going to go out knowing the technical terms of stuff and what stuff is called and how stuff works. But you still have to teach yourself, I guess, the reality of things. You know, if that even makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but I sometimes question, where am I really going to be after I finish college? Am I going to be doing theater? Am I going to be working for a theater, or am I going to be working for some TV show doing makeup? Or even, am I even going to be doing makeup?
I think our biggest fear as college students is not being successful. Like, aiming for the highest of high, whatever you want, and just falling completely back to the ground, being completely woken up from any dream you might be having. I think that is like the biggest fear ever.
I mean, I feel like it's a big letdown, because it's like, you know, everybody's shining the spotlight on you, and it's like, you're in college, so that means you're going to get out and make a whole bunch of money. And then when you don't, it's like, what are you doing? Where's the money? Where's the success? You went to college. Where is it? And, you know, that's something that can be really scary. I feel like even after you get out of college, you know, I feel like some people aren't necessarily sure that this is what they want to do. And sometimes they don't even do it. They don't even, you know, get out of college and they be so excited, oh, I'm going to do art and da-da-da-da. And then they be like, you know what, this really wasn't what it was. You know, this wasn't for me. College isn't for everyone. You know, some people, you know, Janelle was saying basically like, do you really have to go to college to be an artist? To be called an artist? You know, do you have to have that piece of paper for someone to say, oh, she's an artist. She's an artist.
Right? Like, it's an amazing thought if you think about it. Like, I spend almost $8,000 a year for a piece of paper to validate me, which is, it blows my mind, but that's the world we live in, and that's something that I need, period. Like, regardless. fall back on, I guess.
I mean, that piece of paper, it don't get us wrong when we say that, because that piece of paper really does put you up there. That piece
powerful.
of paper,
it is important.
Those pieces of paper, whether you have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, it doesn't matter. Those pieces of paper with your name on it decides how much more money you get over someone else, or where you're ranked at in the world, basically. You know, don't get us wrong. We want those pieces of papers. We do. But it's, I guess, the sale and the scam behind that piece of paper. Because college is just a big sale. They're selling you this dream, I guess. They're basically, you know, buying you. All the stuff that you see. Hey, okay, for instance, when you're looking at
yourself to get in too.
You have to study yourself to get in. Writing essays saying I'm the best, such and such and such.
Here's
you know,
why you should accept me.
You're selling yourself, and they're selling their services to you. Tuition, technology fees, activity fees, food, dorms. They're selling themselves to you. You know, if you ever looked on a college website and you see all these pretty pictures of people laughing and having fun,
it's always warm.
It's always warm outside.
It's warm.
Never cold. It's never cold. You always see somebody in shorts and a tank top laughing. You see like 3 dudes and 2 girls, and they're all together. Ah, ha, ha, ha. You see them at the lunch table all talking, and everybody's socializing, and everybody's one big unit. And then you get to school and you're like,
these lying motherfuckers.
Where's the unity? Where's the smiles? Like, you get to school and you would think that the way the school website makes it look is like you get to school and everybody's just going to throw this big welcoming party. You get there, you speak to one person, they like, Stinkums.
But that is another reason for all you people who are applying this year, or already have applied or want to transfer, go visit the school. Do not rely on the website. Go talk to people. Go feel how the atmosphere is. Go in people's dorms. Go shadow. All that.
And I said you go on some random ass
Especially if you're going out of state.
I said just go on a random day, because if you go on them days that they set up for you, of course they're going to have people that's be like, put your best smiles on because we have visitors coming. Go on, like, if the college tour is on a Saturday or something, get your dad or your mom, or get both parents and go on a Tuesday to see what that atmosphere is like.
Tuesday?
Yeah, go on Tuesday. If the joint is on Saturday, go on Tuesday and see if you don't see some nigga in the corner just like, this some bullshit. I don't want to be here. Or see if you don't get some girls that just look like, do some surprise visits for real. Because, you know, just make sure it's what you want to do. Make sure that college is what you want to do. Or whatever. Make sure that whatever, because I can't tell you how many times I didn't change my career path. Like, from what I look back from when I was a little bit younger, like, I remember my dad telling me that I always wanted to go to college. Like, when I was probably, like, in the 7th or 6th grade, I was like, Dad, I want to go to college. And he was like, go to college or whatever. But he's always asked me, what do you want to be? I lied to you not. I went from a psychiatrist to a lawyer to a forensic scientist to a forensic psychologist.
Yeah, I remember all that shit. We went through that in fucking high school.
I
want to do the stuff they do on CSI.
That was me.
On CSI, this bitch in theater.
Now look at me. I'm creating bullet wounds and stuff. If y'all see me on Facebook posting weird stuff. I went from a psychiatrist, as in the person that's like, how does that make you feel? I went from that to making someone into a monster. And honestly, I love it. I love being able to transform you into a dead person.
So, don't be afraid to change your major. Like, there's nothing wrong with changing.